June 12th. And so we're halfway through the month. And let me just come over to my computer so I can put in the link in my Facebook group, and then I'll come right back here to talk to you. Hope everybody's doing well. Let me refresh my page and see if it's live yet. Copy. Put this right over here. Okay, the link is now in my Facebook group. Well, it will be in about 10 seconds as soon as it finishes posting. All right, now it's finished. And I'm going to come over here and open this up so I can see what's going on. So, happy Wednesday, as I said before. We are halfway through the month of June. Oh, thank you, Lisa. It's actually two different shower curtains. So we have this one here with the leaves and the barn, the wheel and whatnot. And then over here, that one's just a barn door. And then beyond that, I have another one that looks just like this. And that's where I work, is down the other end. So, and behind all of that is my college kid and all of her stuff. We'll leave it like that. Hello, Glenna. Hello, Lisa. Who else do we have? I'm excited tonight. I have some fun news. I have a new puppy, and at the end, anybody that wants to see it, if he is cooperative, I will bring him on screen for you guys to see. We just picked him up on Sunday, and he's just the cutest little, cutest little thing. Anyways, what do I have for you tonight? I am going to be casing this lovely birthday card that my upline gave me for my birthday earlier this month. And I thought it was really pretty, and I wanted to give it some honor, give it some love, I guess. So we'll be doing that, but we'll be doing it with memories and more. So kind of taking a sketch and using it with some quick and easy tools that we can use. So very little stamping. For those of you that are into that, that's just something different. I do a lot of one-sheet wonders, as you know, and I thought I would try something different that I don't normally do. Before I get into that, I just wanted to let people know I do have a June virtual crop coming up. It is June 21st to the 23rd. It is held on Zoom and in a private Facebook group. So if you are interested in that, let me know. It is $30 for the weekend, and it includes Zoom time starts at 6 o'clock on Friday night. And we go until people are ready to go to bed. And then we open up again on Saturday morning at 8 a.m. And we go until people are done. And then Sunday we go 8:30 to 4, or like we're officially done at 4, but a lot of times I just leave it open if people are still crafting. We will do various classes in that time frame, and there'll be a schedule. So it'll be like, hey, we're doing a card class here, and you'll use all your own supplies. I'm not doing any add-on class, so no prepped kits this time. It's a low-key one for me, so I'll do the classes, but I'm not doing any prepped kits. So we'll have a layout class. We'll have a card class. We'll have a mystery card class. I gave it a new name because there was some confusion about that last time. So it's I will give you the measurement, and then you're going to follow my very vague instructions and put together your card following those instructions, and then we all show each other what we made, and it's a lot of fun. We do the 4 things challenge, which is there's 4 different categories that we will spin the wheel and get one item from each category, and then everybody gets to say, I don't like that one, and we cross it off, and we spin a new one, and when we're done, whatever 4 items we are left with, it will be what we are challenged to make. This is a spin-off of the Craft Roulette channel, if you've ever seen that. That's what inspired it. And then we have games, and there'll be posted challenges in the Facebook group. Hello, Miss Ruth, how are you? So that is the June virtual. in July, I'm doing a card class, a standalone card class. It is $25 for the class or free with a $50 order in the month of June. And what's kind of cool about that is it's almost like you get to stack it up because in June we are having a sale with 10% off any bundles. So stamp and die cut, stamp and die set bundles, not sweets, just to be clear. It's stamps and dies, or the stamp and emboss cut machines are also 10% off. And I have a host code that I'll have it on a sticker so that you can see them. I just made it through my Post-it note, which means I get to have fun now because I got the business all out of the way. So yeah, okay. Let me flip this down so you can see my desk. And it's a little bit of a mess. My upline gave me these lovely iridescent pearl basic jewels in my card, so that was a nice little surprise for my birthday. Anyways, let me start with, we'll start with the inspiration. I showed it for a moment, but this is the card that she gave me, and it's got the half a front, and then you use the panel here to make the rest of it. So this is my inspiration for our card tonight, and I thought it would be fun to do that with the Memories and More card kit. You can see that. I have the Thoughtful Journey card kit. They've also got one called Unbounded Beauty, which I haven't gotten yet, but I'm sure it is beautiful because the paper is beautiful. So these card kits come with 28 double-sided cards that are 3x4 and 4x6, and several different designs, and you get 2 of each of them. So these are the things that I'm using. My products, drop that on the floor as I figure out my new setup here because I had to make room for a puppy. So I have pulled out one of each of the designs, though I don't know if I have used some of them, but we're going to use these as the basis. And I'm hoping you guys will help me pick my big piece. So this piece here that she's got embossed, I'm going to use one of the larger pieces for that. And then we'll select some cardstock to match with all of this. And then my thought is that we will use the modern oval or the 2 3/8 inch punch to punch something out of one of the 3x4s. So that's my thought process. Let's see how we go. Oh, and I pulled out Spotlight on Nature for my stamp set because I really like it. I've used it a lot. I probably need to look at some of the other ones that I bought, but that one's been my favorite so far. So we have this lovely blue tonal thing, and on the back we've got the best day ever, but I want something that's going to work in Portraitscape, so our choice on that one is the blue. And then we have this lovely polka dot, and Thinking of You. I don't think we'll use that side because, again, most of it's going to get covered. So let's look at that side. I think most of it is going to be B-side. We'll see. And then we have this lovely, is that Petunia Pop? Berry Burst? I'm not sure. I think it might be. Yeah, I think that's Berry Burst. We're going with it. So we've got that side. Now this one doesn't really work for me because it looks like it should be a landscape card. I'm sorry, yeah, landscape. And I'm looking for a portrait. So I'm going to throw that one off to the side because we're not going to use that. Can't really use this side, but we could use this. So we've got 4 bases that we could work with. And then let's see what we've got in the 3x4s. We've got Cinnamon. That's not really going to fit in any of my punches. And that one's kind of boring. Not boring, but boring for a focal point. Okay. Not really doing it for me. But maybe I could use one of it for this here, depending on what we pick. I'm going to put those in a review later. This one would look very nice if we take it and just punch it out like that, and then we could stamp a greeting in there. That might be nice. So that's a maybe. I didn't even look to see what's on. All right. Life is an adventure. I tested, it doesn't fit. We could do something with this as well and stamp on top of it, but I'm not loving it. I'm putting it on the no. I put it on the no. Got to make some decisions, right? This one here. I don't know why I like this one better than the other one, but that one could work. Now this one, if I'm really careful with my oval punch, I could do something like that. But then if I do that, I have nothing to stamp because I've already got my sentiment. So I'm going to put that aside. That's a no for me. That's soft and nice. Might look nice on there. If we put something... I'm going to say no to that one. I like this one. This one I tried. Well, I tried the circle and it wasn't going to work, but it could work like this. Oh, we'll keep that in the maybes. Oh, and I had 2 of those out. All right, so I've done a little bit of whittling. Now this is where I get to get your help. For a focal piece for me to die cut, we've got these 4 choices, and then we've got these 4 choices for our background. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4 for the backgrounds, and then we've got also 1, 2, 3, and 4 for the focal points. Shall we start with the backgrounds? 1, 2, 3, and 4. If anybody wants to give me their thought process. Anything calling out to you? I'm wondering if I might have to do something different because they're beautiful, but I'm not sure how well they're going to stand out against some of these. I'm kind of leaning, if I don't hear from any of you all, I'm kind of leaning towards this here because I think things will stand out against it better. So that's what I'm going to start with as my point. And then maybe we'll use some of this down low, we'll see. I think I want to try it with this. So how's everybody doing? This is the Memories and More card pack from the new annual catalog. Miss Ruth, thank you for asking. So we've got this, and then let's see, what do I want to do down below? Might be a little too bold. What do you think of that? Give me your thoughts, ladies. I'm looking at the different ones here that might... All right. Too bold on the stripes. What about this one with the kind of tone on tone? You liked M&M #1 with the sky. M&M #1. I've moved them around so many times, I don't know what that was. I think let's play with that one. I'm going to put those aside. So we shall take a look at some berry burst around the edges. Whoa, I just knocked things over. Let me get a sponge dauber. You know, I think instead of going so matchy-matchy, I think I want to get bold and use a little bit of Blackberry Bliss. All right. I'm going to give it a little definition so it'll stand out. Hopefully, yes, I am still under the camera. It's amazing the delay between when I talk and when something shows up as a response from you guys, because I'm looking at it going, I don't know what that one was, and I don't know what I was holding then. Alright, so we're just going to give it a little bit of distressing there. It's got enough of the coloring from the paper itself that I didn't really need to sponge, but I did want to do something extra there. Oh, I need to cut some things down to size before I go and do more sponging. So let me put this to the side. And I did go through and measure everything. So we need to pick a base color. And now that I started with that Blackberry Bliss, do I have some Blackberry Bliss cardstock? That is always the question. What? I do. I had it with my reds instead of my purples. Go figure. Hi, Kenzie. BB Blackberry Bliss will look nice with this. Good, thank you. Thank you, thank you. And then maybe I'll use a soft blue on the inside. I suppose I could look and see what the colors are in this kit or this pack. That would make sense, but you know, I don't think it's that one. Alright, we're going to use a balmy blue on the inside, just because we can. Alright, so the card base is 6.5 by 5.5. Got stickies everywhere. I'll have to go back and look at that one later. So 6.5 by 5.5. Of course, this is US. So here's my 5.5 by 6.5. And then we are going to score it at 2. I bet you that was supposed to be 6.25. Yep, I made it a quarter inch too big to make that 6.25 by 5.5. That makes more sense. My mathin' wasn't mathin'. All right, so that's step one, is we have a card base. And then I think thinking. I think I'm thinking. I think I'm thinking. My next layer is 5 1/8 by 3 7/8, and I want to see what it's going to look like if I do it this way. So 5 1/8, whoops, by 3 7/8. All right, I just have to know who struggles with the eighths when they're working with their cards. I know a lot of people do. I'm trying to come up with a good way to teach that, because it's not a skill that if you didn't learn it as a kid, it's hard to know as an adult. So then the next layer is 3 3/4 by 5. So that's this lovely layer here. 3 3/4 by 5. And then the small piece is 2 by 3 1/2. Let's go 2. I think my puppy's waking up over there. 2 by 3 1/2. Don't talk about 16ths. All right, let me get some of this stuff. Oh, I want to put something on, something for the inside here. 4 by 5 1/4 for the inside. Well, hello there, baby. Hello. Yep, he just decided to wake up. Now let me get this out of the way and we'll do some inking and stuff. Okay. So first we're going to see, did I actually cut things right? Yay. And yay. It's going to work. So honestly, come on, can't I just do this and call it a day? That would work just beautifully too. So many options. Okay. I am all over the place tonight, and I'm sorry about that, but sometimes that's just the way you get me. It's all over the place. So for those of you that are in my Facebook group, last week you may have seen a post at like 11 o'clock at night saying, that moment when you realized that 4 hours ago you were supposed to do a live? Yep, that was my Wednesday last week. Nothing wrong with my Wednesday. Just totally forgot it was Wednesday. Silly girl. But sometimes that happens. So if you are somebody that would like to have some training on the ruler, the trusty ruler, say something in the comments so I know whether or not there's people that want that training. And if there are people, then I will do it. I will come up with a good way to help people with that. Now, before I do do all the gluing, let me take a look here. Do we want to do dear friend or thanks? Well, first of all, I guess we need to see which one's going to fit. Because I could do dear friend, smack dab in the middle. Or I could do thanks, kind of up here. I think the thanks fits better. It doesn't overwhelm. But I do wonder if I should We might do a little play in here. To this, with this, and then we had honestly, I think I would rather try the butterfly on top of this. I'm going to use it on my little scrap piece that's left, see what it looks like, and we might change this and not do that layer there and just instead do some butterfly background. What do you think of those butterflies? Hey, Carla. No worries. Everybody gets here when they get here because you know what? There's no such thing as a crafting emergency and you must see right now, right this minute. It's all available on YouTube, which is an amazing thing. What do you think, ladies? Shall I do some butterflies in the background? I love the butterflies. I think we shall do that. And then we'll do the thanks for the sentiment. I've spent more time talking about what I think I could do than it would take if I was just doing it, right? So let's just get to it. Let's do some butterflies. We're gonna do some butterflies. I'm kind of keeping the whole tone on tone going on here. Maybe we'll do some lighter butterflies. That guy can go like so. You know, with flowers, I'm very likely to turn them this way, that way, but I feel like if I do too much of that with the butterflies, it's gonna feel like my butterflies got seasick or something. I don't know. All right. And we'll do a little bit more over here and here. Okay. I don't know where my cloth is, so my fingers are gonna have to do. Just wipe them off on my thing over here. All right, so back to this. One layer like so. We could use this little piece that was cut off. Like that. Or I think I'm gonna go like this. All right, we got a plan. Got a plan, Stan. A little bit of glue on the back. I think the puppy is sleeping with his eye open. He's dead to the world, but not moving, but his one little eye is open. And then we're going to go ahead and put this guy here. Oh, let me make sure this is the right length before I, yeah, okay. Wanted to make sure that I didn't have to measure. Go. And a little bit of this. So this, I guess, can kind of take place of the ribbon that she had on the original. And then we use some pop dots, dimensionals. They've been pop dots for 20 years. I just can't seem to break that habit of calling them pop dots. Oh, I saw your Kenzie on using the other strip. It all works. Ah. And I am shedding into my dimensionals here. This one goes here. And let's take a look what I have for ribbon that might look very nice there. Okay, so don't tell anybody, but I have this stuff that's retired, and it's the Fresh Freesia from the last catalog, and I think it's going to be perfect with this. We'll see in a moment if it's too pinky. But yeah, that looks like Fresh Freesia there to me, so we're gonna break into the stash of retired stuff. Because, you know, if I don't, then it just sits there and builds up. Sometimes you gotta pull out the retired stuff. All right, try that again because my fingers didn't work very well. And I want a little bow. Little bitty bow. All right, and there they are. It's like, oh, I'm gonna have to find the snips. Yes, gotta use what you gotta use. I've chopped more than one hair on a card. Yep. I think it's just the way it goes. And we shall use a lovely dot here for this. Usually I would grab my take a pick tool, but it is across the room at the moment, so snips it is. All right, and that, my friends, is my casing of the card. Not exactly the same, but it was a nice inspiration. What do you think? Do you like it? It's nice and easy too. The design itself is very easy. Hello, Miss Cindy. Well, that sounds like a good afternoon. All right, we have the card done. So let me flip the camera. Hi. So who wants to meet a puppy? Anybody want to meet my crafting friend? While I clean up my desk, we do want to meet a crafting friend. I introduced him as my new coworker at work the other day. All right, Jack. Come here, Jack. Hi, buddy. Hello. Come here. Oh, wake up. Oh, well, come and say hello to all of my friends. Is that not the cutest little face? Oh, who's a good boy? Say hi. So this is Jack. We got him on Sunday afternoon, and he came from a rescue. Oh, thank you for the kisses, baby. Thank you for the kisses. He came from a rescue here in Massachusetts, and they had this adoption event, and they had 18 families and, I don't know, 20-something puppies. And so we all showed up, and then they opened the floodgates, and it was mayhem. And I had my eye on this little itty-bitty thing. that should be about 20 to 30 pounds full grown. And my husband and my daughter went over and found this little guy. And then when I went over, they're like, Mom. I'm like, okay. But I told them next time I'm picking out the puppy because this guy's going to get a lot bigger than they thought. But he's my buddy. He's my buddy. All right. Well, thank you for letting me share my baby with you. His name is Jack. It took us about a day and a half to come up with a name. We went through a bunch of different names on Sunday and did not come to an agreement before we went to bed. And then I went to work on Monday and came upstairs for lunch, and my husband said, we agreed on Jack. I said, okay. Because it's okay, baby. He's a good boy. All right, well, I will see you all next week if my dog hasn't eaten all of my paper. And I will talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.